Morning, everybody. Mr. Balker here. I'm going to cover the Amplify grammar lesson with you guys real fast. As usual, I'm going to do it on the computer here so that you can see all the answers. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen and pull it up. The lesson that we're doing today, guys, is Grammar, Subunit 2, Lesson 5. We're talking about modifying the subject. The reason that we need to modify the subject is so that we can be specific about things. If I tell you to go cut down the tree, but I don't tell you which tree, you might cut down the wrong tree. If I tell you to go grab my glasses out of the car, and you don't know which car, you might grab somebody else's glasses. It's helpful to be very specific, and that's why we have adjective phrases and modifiers and so forth. So let's go through this lesson real fast. I'll go through the first three answers on all of them and kind of give you guys some points, and then you can do the rest on your own to get it all turned in. So click on slide 2. And let's look at what we've got here. The kids covered in mud came running inside the freshly cleaned house. Which group of words modifies the noun kids? Basically what they're asking here is, which kids are we talking about? Well, it's the kids that are covered in mud, right? And again, that provides specificity because it wouldn't matter if they weren't covered in mud. The happy, clean kids came running inside the clean house. Right? No big deal. The kids covered in mud, that's a problem. A is the correct answer there. Next one. The very little dog out in the cold wanted to go inside the house. The question they're asking here is, which dog are we in reference to? Well, the dog is very little, and the dog is also out in the cold. So here, option C says all of the above. The reason that we like modifiers, the reason we like adjectives is look how much better that sentence is. If it simply said the dog wanted to go inside the house, so it's dog, maybe it shouldn't be inside the house. But with the additional information of it being very little and it's cold, we all want the dog inside the house, right? This clarity makes the sentence make a lot more sense. Let's go to the third one. Happy that the team won, they celebrated by going out to get a pizza. Which group of words modifies the word they? Essentially, which they are we talking about? Well, the group of people that is happy that the team won. This is the they that celebrated in getting a pizza. And that tells us why they celebrated pizza. Again, take that part out and think about how the sentence sounds. They celebrated going out to get pizza. Celebrated what? Who? Instead, happy that the team won. Okay, so now we've got a group of people that is happy that their team won. Whether it's sports fans, parents, or even the team itself, we know why they're going out to get pizza. We know what group it is. I'll let you do 4 and 5 on your own. I'm going to go to number 3. Prepositional adjectives and adjective phrases. A prepositional adjective is going to have a word like in or to or from or about, okay? So let's look at this first one. Which fruit is being described in the sentence? The fruit at the farmer's market is always fresh. Which fruit? The fruit at the farmer's market. It may also be fresh, but lots of things could be fresh. That's not which fruit we're talking about. We're talking about the fruit of the farmer's market. A is your correct answer. Next one. The seniors from the local high school raise money for the homeless each year. Which seniors are we talking about? The ones from the local high school. That describes which one. Again, if you just said the seniors raise money for the homeless, you'd have no idea what you're talking about. Senior citizens? Seniors from Memorial? No, it's the seniors from the local high school, us. Next. The very tall man standing over there is my English teacher. Select the adjective phrases that modify the man. So again, which man are we talking about? Well, the very tall man standing over there. Both of those things tell us which man. Again, if you had a whole group of people and 15 were walking and 9 of them were tall, and there's one dude standing there, you could say the very tall man standing there. I'd know exactly which person you're talking about. Specificity, it's helpful. I'll let you do 4 and 5 on your own. I'm going to go to adjective clauses. An adjective clause is going to contain one of these words: who, what, when, where, why, how. The idea is these provide a very specific detail that we want to know, okay? The majority of students who graduated from that high school, what are we describing with Who graduated from that high school? The students. That is all there to describe which students. You could have this all by itself. You could say the majority of the students went to good colleges, but you wouldn't know which students. Who graduated from that high school tells us exactly which ones we're in reference to. Next sentence. Sam hates the cold. He wants to live in Hawaii where it is always warm. That would make him happy. Okay, where does he want to live? Where it is always warm. The place he wants to live is Hawaii. And why? Again, look for your little indicator word right here. Where, who, what, when, why, where it is always warm. That is the clause indicator right there. Third one, the old computers, which ones? That people don't use anymore. So the question on this one is, that people don't use anymore describes what? Describes the old computers. Which old computers? The ones people don't use. I'll let you do 4 and 5 on your own. We'll go to number 5. This is a tough one, but this is also a really important thing to get straight. Misplaced modifiers make things confusing, okay? I don't necessarily like the first example because it's not that bad, but the last one here is. So I'm gonna go through these real fast. When you put a modifier in the wrong spot, people might think you're describing something else, and I'll show you what I mean by that. In the kitchen, the hungry little boy picked up the cold plate of spaghetti. It should instead say, the hungry little boy picked up the cold plate of spaghetti in the kitchen. Because what was in the kitchen? The spaghetti. The little boy may or may not have been, but the spaghetti was. This is misplaced. Clyde, who writes comic books, is at a superhero convention. Clyde, who writes comic books. Who writes comic books is describing Clyde. Perfect. That's exactly where it should be. After a nap, my sister energetically completed her complex homework. What is after a nap describing? My sister. That's in the right spot. This last one is a great example, though. Awkwardly phrased, Tyler rewrote the sentence. See, putting awkwardly phrased right here, right next to Tyler, makes it sound as if Tyler himself is awkwardly phrased. And he can't be, right? He's a human. But the sentence can be awkwardly phrased. So instead, if you said Tyler rewrote the awkwardly phrased sentence, that would be a lot better and a lot more clear. And that's what you should do. Yes, this is in the wrong spot. No, that's in the right spot, and this is in the wrong spot. Let's go to the next one. These are some good examples. And again, I love this one here because it shows you exactly how it can go wrong. Cold and disgusting. The server took away the soup. See how it sounds like the server is cold and disgusting? And they might have been. I mean, the server could have been furious and mad and just disgusted with the whole operation. Or, what is more likely, the server took away the cold and disgusting soup. You should put the describer before the thing you're describing it, so it's not vague. Third one. In the freezer, Anna found the ice cream. See how it sounds like Anna is wandering around inside the freezer? Must be a big freezer. Is it more likely that Anna found the ice cream inside the freezer? Yeah, and that's where the modifier in the freezer should go. It should go down there. Okay, I'll let you do the last two. That's it. Pretty easy lesson, but especially that 5th card is a really good one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you very soon. Thanks.